I am Alagir Lingappa, Assistant Professor, Government Postgate College, Siriguppa. Today, I will discuss about a theory of compound pendulum, which is under the chapter rigid bodies. Then, what about the theory of compound pendulum? We know that the concept of pendulum and different types of pendulum. So, a simple pendulum, then compound pendulum. Then they discuss the theory of compound pendulum. So, introduction. The acceleration due to gravity, which is denoted by g. However, the value of g on the surface of the earth is not the same every way. So, acceleration due to gravity is different at different points on the surface of the earth. It is greatest at the pole and least at the equator. And its value also changes with the latitudes. The pendulum can be used to calculate the absolute value of g. So, maybe simple pendulum or maybe compound pendulum, both they are used to determine the absolute value of acceleration due to gravity at a given place. A pendulum is suspended, body oscillating under the influence of the gravitational force acting upon it. This is the most accurate method for determining of acceleration due to gravity. The simplest type of pendulum is the simple pendulum whose period of oscillation is t is equal to 2 pi root of I by g, where L is the length of root of L by g, t is equal to 2 pi root of L by g, where L is the length of the pendulum. So this is the expression we have used to determine the acceleration due to gravity at a given place on the surface of the earth by using simple pendulum. So now let us discuss about compound pendulum. Compound pendulum. Say, a rigid body capable of oscillating in a vertical plane freely about a horizontal axis passing through any point of it is called physical pendulum or compound pendulum. A rigid body of any shape, so capable of oscillating vertical plane about an horizontal axis, so called physical pendulum or compound pendulum. So let us consider a physical pendulum is suspended at point O vertically, where O is a point of suspension. Let where G is the center of gravity, center of mass. It is a point in a body where the entire mass of a body appears to be concentrated. As it oscillates to and fro at a particular point, so let The force which is acting downward is called mg. If it exactly downward, then the force acting on a body, that means the downward force, that must be equal to mg. If it oscillates, then you can choose an arbitrary position where the force acting vertically, so-called mg, is resolved into two components, mg sin theta and mg cos theta, according to resolution of a vector. A single vector which can be split up into two vectors. They are called rectangular components. They are mutually perpendicular to each other. One is mg cos theta, so another one is mg sin theta. So let where theta is there, where theta, that indicates angular displacement. Angular displacement of a body as it moves from P to G. That's what compound pendulum. Let us assume that the rigid body which is suspended about a horizontal axis passing through the point O oscillates freely in a vertical plane. Let G be the center of gravity of the pendulum, which is at a distance L from O, and theta be the angular displacement. Angular displacement of the pendulum at any instant t. The displaced position is as shown in the above figure. The weight mg is resolved into two rectangular components, so-called mg cos theta along OG and mg sin theta acting at a right angle to OG. Thus, the component mg sin theta contributes a couple, that is the torque Q, and this tends to bring the pendulum back to its equilibrium position. Where a torque Q acting on a pendulum, say compound pendulum, so it bring the pendulum back to equilibrium position. Where equilibrium position means the rest position of an oscillating body. Then a moment of couple, which is given by mgl sin theta. Force into perpendicular distance, that gives a moment of couple. Where mg sin theta, that indicates the force, L, the distance between the point and the axis of rotation. Where mg minus mgl sin theta, that indicates the moment of couple, or say torque Q. Where the negative sign, which indicates that the direction of couple is always towards the equilibrium position. The negative sign indicates that couple is oppositely directed to the angular displacement. Let d omega by dt be the angular acceleration by the couple. Where omega angular velocity of an oscillating body. So then rate of change of angular velocity, that gives angular acceleration of a body by the couple, and I be the moment of inertia of the rigid body about the horizontal axis passing through O. Then moment of couple is equal to I into d omega by dt. Let this is equation number 1.2. So then equating equations 1.1 and 1.2, then we will get I d omega by dt is equal to minus mgl sin theta. So minus mgl sin theta. I d square theta by dt square is equal to minus mgl sin theta, where omega is d theta by dt. A rate of change of angular displacement that gives angular velocity. Omega is equal to d theta by dt. Then substituting d theta by dt in the above equation, then we will get I d square theta by dt square is equal to minus mgl sin theta. Then d square theta by dt square is equal to minus mgl I by theta. If theta is very, very small, then sin theta is approximately equal to theta. Then d square theta by dt square plus mgl by I theta is equal to 0. D square theta by dt square plus omega naught square theta is equal to 0, where omega naught is equal to root of mgl by I, then squaring on both sides, then omega naught square is equal to root of mgl by I. So then substituting in the above equation, then we will get d square theta by dt square plus omega naught square theta is equal to 0. Let this is equation number 1.3. This is the differential equation of angular simple harmonic motion, showing that the motion of the compound pendulum is simple harmonic. Simple harmonic. Then the time period of oscillations is given by Sologian. So 2 is equal to 2 pi by omega naught. Then t is equal to 2 pi root of I by mgl. Again, the substituting the value of. So we know that the angular velocity omega is equal to theta by t. For one complete oscillation, the angle described by the pendulum that must be equal to 360 degree or say 2 pi radians. Then theta is equal to 2 pi. For one complete oscillation, so the time taken by the body to complete one oscillation is known as a period, which can be represented by capital T. So small t is replaced by capital T. Then t is equal to 2 pi by omega naught. Then omega naught is equal to 2 pi by t. So t is equal to 2 pi by omega naught. T is equal to 2 pi, where omega, which can be replaced by root of mg L by I. So then further it becomes t is equal to 2 pi root of I by mgl. Let I be the moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis parallel to the axis of suspension, but passing through its center of gravity G. Then from the parallel axis theorem, we know that, so I is equal to Ig plus ml square. K. If K be the radius of gyration of the rigid body about an axis passing through the center of gravity G, then Ig is equal to mk square. Then I is equal to mk square plus ml square. Then further, which is equal to m into L square plus k square plus L square. So I is equal to m into k square plus L square, where k is a radius of gyration, L the distance of the center of gravity, so from the axis of rotation. So then, as the time period becomes t is equal to 2 pi root of I by mgl. Further, which is equal to 2 pi root of k square plus l square by gl, because where mm get cancel each other. Say period of a compound pendulum t is equal to 2 pi root of k square plus l square by gl. So this is what about the theory of compound pendulum. Thank you.